Dante's Boxing Nation.
Let me ask you about some of the recent news, man. You've been around boxing your whole life. Now, it's funny because usually these conversations are swept underneath the rug, but lately everyone's been talking about it, racism in boxing. Floyd Mayweather, he opened up talking about it, talking about the double standards, talked about PBC fighters, the black ones, they're not getting the credit they deserve, et cetera, and how Golovkin has been treated. Then it went to Conor McGregor. Let's just start with what Floyd Mayweather said, first of all. What do you think about what Floyd Mayweather said? Are there double standards in the sport of boxing at all?
I gotta laugh because, really, you be like, some things is like, you can answer your own question. I know you probably want to hear it from me, but come on, man.
They get tired of hearing it from me.
Right. Let's not even talk about double standards in boxing. Let's talk about double standards in America. You know what I'm saying? That's where it starts. I'm in psychology. I got a bachelor's degree in computer information systems, Army 21 years, so I'm taking a psychology class. So on a part of that, you have to take a history class. And I tell anybody that's over the age of 20 years old to take another history class, because the history class you took back in the day, they did tell you all this stuff, but you didn't pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? You just went on about your business. Now your history now, you learn that, we try to get away, you know what I'm saying, from England, but we're still under them. But what we try to do is still happening. Like, this is a Christian country, Christian state or sovereign or whatever the case is, and we're doing the same thing, oppressing people to do the same thing the same way as what happened to them to get to America. You know what I'm saying? Like, killed all the innocent, all the Indians, basically. So that's, genocide. Enslaved all the blacks, enslaved the Irish and all that type of stuff too. You know what I'm saying? The Koreans, Japanese, Chinese was working. And every time we had a war, of course, we wind up getting land on the place that we had a war. And first they are our friends and then they're our enemies, because America wants something that they have, and that's what they do. So, it's always a form of racism somewhere, big versus small. And America is big, you know what I'm saying? So we could talk about that first, and then we got to go on to other stuff. In
its entirety, instead of just one little
thing about just sports, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you can look at if a black person shoots somebody, or he has a gun or a toy gun, he gets killed. A white person can go into a church, kill everybody in there, he gets treated to McDonald's or Burger King. We know it's double standards. We know it's not right, but nobody's doing nothing. And then when you say something about it, they want to brush it under the rug or say, you're being racist. As a black, you're being racist, which, if you look at the definitions, you can't be racist and be black because you don't own nothing. We don't own nothing, so how can I be racist? Now, I could be prejudiced towards a group of or people, but I can't be racist. You know what I'm saying? According to the definition of it. So, you got to go back to that. So, it's just crazy that people say, but anytime we talk about something like that, it has to be, like right now, I'm not raising my voice, I'm not doing anything particular, but they usually say, he's an angry black man, or he's upset, or he's don't know. Like, I study, so I do know, and I'm not angry. I know how it works. I know how the system works. So, I'm just dealing with it as I go, because everybody's going to die, you know what I'm saying? So I'm dealing with it as I go.
So you believe that they try to make you feel uncomfortable to not talk about it, because they're not really opposing it. They're not saying, I disagree with you. They're, in a certain way, you believe they're kind of saying it's true, but I don't want to hear you say it.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, the prime, the situation with Hitler and the Jews. By the way, if you read history and you know your culture, Judaism, the first 5 books of the Bible is the Torah. That started off, they were actually black. They wasn't white. The Jews that claim to be Jews are of the inheritance, or they say that this is the religion I wanted to take. It's not that they were originally of the blood of it, but they say that when the Jews got burnt in ovens by Hitler, they have a memorial about that situation, and they always never let you forget about what happened. They're getting compensated for it. But if you talk about, if a black man talks about slavery and reparations, something's wrong with that black man. He's mad, he's mean. We don't think they should get reparations, but every country that America has bombed is getting reparations. The Japanese, when they bombed Pearl Harbor, yeah, but then we wound up bombing them. they get reparations.
Haiti had to pay reparations for overthrowing the slave masters, and they just finished paying those reparations.
Exactly. To France, right? Is it France?
No, to all of the European
so
countries, to the United Nations.
It's amazing.
They just finished paying that. That's why they're such a poor country now. Okay, man. Well, let's go ahead and get into some other stuff. Talk about some boxing, man. So what's going on with your boy Zab Judah?
Zab Judah has a fight coming up. I'm not gonna tell you the date. We're just gonna surprise you because we've been canceling stuff. Stuff has been happening, different ways. So we just right now we just falling back. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been on Twitter or all that blasting it out. We just gonna do what we need to do and get this first one under the belt so we can move forward. But I'm telling you, he's in the gym. He's in the gym every day with me. Monitoring him, I'm running with him, I'm working out. I'm not running this fast, but I'm running with him, beside him on the treadmill or whatever. He's working out every day, and that's all that counts. And we'll go from there.
Anybody else you working with?
I work with Jessica Frazier in here at Mayweather's gym. I work with Devin Haney, the new money. I work with Zab Judah. Right now, that's basically it on my roster.
Okay.
I got a couple things in the works, but I don't want to jump into conclusions and tell you how this is gonna go down, that's gonna go down. I just got to show you.
All right, man. Well, thanks for your time. Anything else you want to say to the fans, man?
Nah, man. God bless you. Listen, man. Protect yourself. I want to say to all of y'all out there is that you have to know the law, learn the law, let it work for you. The second thing is arm yourself legally. Get yourself a gun. You got a permit. Get yourself a handgun because you don't wait for no police or no situations to evolve where you have to call somebody to help you out. So you need to arm yourself. The last time that they disarmed us was the Indians. They killed them all off. So I'm just telling you, I don't care what nobody say. You need to arm yourself and protect yourself. Learn the law. Learn how to protect yourself.